And today's oracle cards is actually to get started. So welcome everyone, no matter where you are in the world. Happy Monday for those that have already clicked into Monday, those that are still on the weekend, or wherever you are in the world. Hope you're having an amazing morning, an amazing afternoon, or an amazing evening. I'm about to do today's oracle card reading, and today's oracle cards is actually the Angel Therapy oracle cards. That's what I'll be reading today. So Angel Therapy oracle cards. So anyone who doesn't, Doreen Virtue has been around for like so many years. I have most of her cards, and I find them to be so fantastic when I do oracle card readings. I really love them. When I go through my own personal journey, no matter what I'm going through, I always go through her cards, to help me through the day. So if anyone wants to give me a card number, generally these cards go up to 44. So if anyone has a card number for me, and I can pull out the first card. So while I'm waiting for someone to give me a card number, then, just to let you know, I've already cleansed them with some white sage. I normally use white sage or Palo Santo to cleanse my oracle cards. And in this case, I've used white sage. So if anyone wants to give me a card number between 1 and 44, let me know where you guys are tuning in from, like where in the world. Let me know where you are, Tatiana. I know that my beautiful Elise is nearby, but let me know where you're tuning in from. So I'm about to pull out the first card, which is a 28th card. Okay. And again, just before I turn it over, I'm just going to cleanse it with a little bit more white sage. Now, I've actually got white sage in here in little pieces because I believe that if you're not going to use the whole stick of white sage, just use little bits and pieces of it, because there's no point in using the whole of the white sage if you don't need it. So for me, I tend to use pieces of white sage unless I'm doing a deep cleanse throughout my home or my personal items and things like that. That's when I use the big, sage stick. The UK, wow, welcome. So I hope you guys are all doing well over there. I'm sending you so much love and light over there in the UK. So before I turn over the first card, I'm just going to give it a nice cleanse. Okay, just put that there. Oh, wow, you are profoundly clairvoyant. There you go. I think we're all clairvoyant one way or the other. So, trust what you see in your mind's eye as well as with your physical sight. For your spiritual vision helps you with healing, teaching, and guidance. So I'm just going to read a bit more about that. The angels send you this card to help you trust the visions you receive in your mind's eye during dreaming time, as well as the signs that you are physically seeing, such as reoccurring numbers, feathers, coins, flashes of light, and so forth. Since the Creator is all-seeing, it stands to reason that you and everyone else would inherit the gift of spiritual sight. If your gift seems blocked, this cause may be a painful past experience that the angels can help you heal and release. Know that it's right for you to see clairvoyantly, and this blessing can be used to assist you with your healing and teaching work. Your clairvoyance also helps you continuous and accurate guidance, much like a GPS, electronic magnet in the car that guides you to see the right destination. Trust what you see. Action steps. You'll want to conduct this session in a private and quiet location and have a pen and paper handy, as the process may trigger some vivid past life memories. Sit or lie down and center yourself with steady breathing, deep breaths. When you're ready, say, Archangel Raziel, I call upon you now. Please surround me with your highest and purest vibration of divine love to heal, release any old fears connected to my spiritual sight. Then breathe and relax as your body may tingle or shudder while it releases old toxin. Stay with this process until your body feels completely at ease, knowing that you can control your clairvoyance by asking the angels for help. Now, a lot of people think that you need to be a medium or a clairvoyant, but what it's saying is, you always hear of, hear of feelings or gut feelings, things like that, signs, you know what I mean? And I think we all have the ability to be clairvoyant because we all have it. It's, I know there's something, like we always say, there was a sign, I just kept ignoring it. There was this sign, I kept seeing this. Hi, Lindsay. I kept seeing this particular sign, but I kept ignoring it. And what this is saying is don't ignore it. You've got this clairvoyance power. But if you can't see the signs, if you cannot see the signs for one reason or another, it's saying that there could possibly be something that's blocking that. So just go and release that. Release what could be blocking something. Like just sit in silence, sit in meditation and see if something comes up. Don't create it. Remember, there is that part of our mind that is so clever that will create things. So what ends up happening is we believe what it's creating, but make sure that what it is, like if you do feel like, well, you know what, in a past life I may have been A, B, C, make sure it's coming within and it's not the mind creating just for the sake of creating. But always look, there's always numbers that come up, there's always, like that says, feathers or something. And I always say to people, even animals, whether it's, you could see a goat on TV, then you walk down the street, someone's wearing a goat t-shirt, and then you walk, you go somewhere else and someone's got the word goat written on their restaurant. Whatever, not that they're killing the goat and eating it, but it's called goat restaurant or something like that. Whatever it is, what it is, it's a constant reminder, okay, I need to really look into these messages. So I hope this really resonates with you, Tatiana, because like I said, we all have that clairvoyance part. We all have that gut feeling within. Exactly. 1111, it's so common. You people see 1111, people see 444, things like that. Exactly that. So what do is with that information, sit back and really, and it's okay if you can't remember dreams because you are dreaming. We all know that. But sometimes it's just something that comes about later on. But just look out for signs. Like it says, a feather might come down all of a sudden near you. It doesn't mean, just, as I said, try not to create it. That's the difference. If it doesn't come to you there and then, it's okay. The message will eventually come. But you know what I mean? But I know that what we tend to say, it's very common. What people say is, oh, you know what? I knew this was going to happen. I saw this coming. I knew this was going to be. And isn't it funny? Because we all get that feeling, but it's not until after it happens that we realize that was our sign. So, and it's no right or wrong. Don't ever feel that because you didn't see the sign before, it's right or wrong. It's part of life. It's part of our journey, and we can just move forward from that. So that's the first card. So you are profoundly clairvoyant. So now I'm going to pull out the second card. I'm just going to give these cards a shuffle. So yeah, I really like that too, because I remember going to a medium, and which I'm actually about to go and see her next week. I'm hanging out. This lady is so amazing that you can wait anywhere between 3 and 6 months to see her. But I remember her telling, you're welcome, you're more than welcome. But I remember her telling me one time that we all have that ability within. It's who creates it and works with it, and others don't. And that's okay too. So we are all clairvoyant in a way or another. I believe that so much, especially when we tap into the unconscious mind, so it's quite interesting. So now I'm going to pull out the second card. Okay, the 34th card. And again, just before I turn it over, I will also cleanse it. Yeah, that's what I mean. You see, that's what I mean. We all get told one way or another that we all have that within us, and like I said, some of us feel it stronger than others, and it's nothing, it doesn't make us better. It's just that some people are open now to things, and some people it takes a little bit longer to get, to open to this sort of, world or feeling of, going forward. So now I'm just going to cleanse the second card. Okay, before I turn it over. You can see how old my shell is. I use it so many times that it's not looking pretty awesome these days. Might give it a nice cleanse too. Okay. All right, the second card. Law of Attraction. Law of Attraction is the second card. I love that. Law of Attraction. Relationships and activity that you once enjoyed are now changing as you become more sensitive and aware of energies. This card signals that you're experiencing shifts because of your spiritual path. The universal law of attraction says that it's like attracts like. So you're attracted to people and situations that have similar intentions to your own. For example, if your intentions are to be a loving and to see the divine within everyone, you'll attract loving people and situations. You'll also repel people who have unloving focusing. This is why when we find your relationships and tastes changing, you may avoid old friends who no longer fascinate you, or perhaps you now dread going to a job or a club that you previously enjoyed. Know that these experiences and feelings are normal, part of spiritual path. You're attracting wonderful new relationships, situations, and jobs that mirror your spiritual focus. Give any cares, questions, concerns, guilt, and so forth to the angels for healing and transmutation. Action steps. Quietly call upon Archangel Raguel, the relationship angel, and Kamel, the angel who finds what you're looking for, and say, Archangel Raguel and Kamel, thank you for helping me stay true to myself as I experience this important change. I ask for you to complete and thorough assistance in sorting through relationships, my career, and other life areas where I feel my tastes have changed. Guide me through these changes with grace, compassion, and integrity so that everyone involved is blessed. And I love that because I always talk about that. So I might do that, Lindsay. I might pull out the third card for you. So I'll pull out the card 11. But I'll talk about the law of attraction. And isn't it crazy? Because even reading it, it resonates with me too, Elise. And I hope it resonates with you because it is so true. I talk about it so much. And I'm not here to plug my podcast, but on my podcast, because I speak to women who have gone through such a life-changing event in their life. They've gone through cancer. And I say to them, you need to let go of things that no longer serve you, and you need to find like-minded, positive people. And it's with anyone. It doesn't necessarily mean anything, that you have to go through this such life-changing. It's anything you realize in life. You get to a point where that friend of yours, you would come out of their home, or after seeing them and having a coffee with them, you feel exhausted, you feel drained, and you know that those people, it's not that they're bad people. No one is a bad person, but their frequency is different than yours now. And it's okay to just send them so much love and light and send them on their way. It's not that you're giving them bad vibes or bad juju or anything like that. No, what it is you're just moving on, and it's okay. And I remember when before, many years ago, I worked in many different fields in finance, banking and finance. We're going stock exchange, we're going, three of our leading banks in Australia. I used to joke and say I was going to retire at the fourth one, and I didn't, thank goodness. But every time I left my job, every time I had that gut feeling come up, I knew it was time for me to move on. I knew it was time for me to cut that tie and say, you know what, I met some amazing people here, but I'm not going to stay because it's no longer serving me. You're no longer serving me, and that's okay. It's okay to do that. It's okay to feel ready to move on. And I'm so glad this resonates with you, Elise. And I know, by speaking to you on a personal level, I know that you're going through that change, that transition in your own life, which is amazing. amazing, So, and yes, exactly. It's so healthy. Please don't believe what people say. It's healthy to move on in your life. Not everyone's path is the same. And it's like the first one. The first one says, you are profoundly clairvoyant. How crazy is this? Because the first one talks about having a GPS to get to your destination. Everyone's destination is not the same, but we're all taking different routes. It means, I have to get off the bus here. Someone else is going to get off the bus in 3 or 4 steps, another 4, steps away, stations away, whatever you call them, bus stops away. But it's okay. You know what I mean? You can do this. It's okay to just go, you know what? It's my turn for me to get off now and move this way. I'm still going to my destination, but I'm now going to catch this bus. I'm going to catch it this way. And it's okay. A lot of people feel they have to be stuck into that area of their life, the relationship of their life, the job in their life, everything like that. No, life is meant to be lived. I can't express it so much. Life is meant to be lived. If something's not suiting you, send it love, move on. I believe in that 10,000%. Send it so much love and then move on. So I quite like the second card as well. So law of attraction. It's such a beautiful way to remind ourselves that we have what it takes within us to move forward. So Lindsay, I'm going to pull out the third card as well. So number 11. So let me know, guys. I can see your comments that it's resonating with you, and I love it because it resonates with me as well. It's not just these cards are for all of us, So I love how the first one and the second one always, it sort of in a way works together, because it says, you're clairvoyant, you know when things are changing, you know when things are not right. And then the second one says, law of attraction, attract the things you want and let go of the things you don't want. And I think that clairvoyance part of us, that gut feeling, helps us move forward. So exactly, there you go, Elise. So that's what I mean, it does tie in together, and I love it. I really love how they tie in together. Let's make the third one tie in as well. So I'm going to pull out the third card. Okay. And again, just before I turn it over, Lindsay, I'm just going to give it a nice cleanse with some white sage. I just love the smell of white sage. I know it could be very, it's a strong smell, but I'll talk about the white sage in a moment if you want to know about it. It's an interesting story about the white sage. Anyway, we'll do the third card. All right. Wow, past life issues. How do we go in full circle? How's that? Clairvoyancy says you might have past life, and this one here says past life issues. This situation has a basis in one of your previous lifetimes. Ask your angels to help you remember, release, learn, and heal from your past experiences. So this is going to be interesting. I already get excited with this card. You drew this card because experience and emotions from one of your previous lifetimes are influencing the situation you're inquiring about. So that's quite interesting already. You have well-earned wisdom from the past life. Allow it to guide you in your present situation by trusting your gut feelings and hunches. Those initiative impulses result from the knowledge you've gained in an earlier life. Trust it. People from your past life are making themselves known to you in this lifetime. They include a soulmate, a family members, all of whom you share karmic ties. In the past, these relationships may have been painful, but now in your opportunity to balance the karma and break the reincarnation cycle if you choose. Archangel Raziel, which means the secrets of God. This is the action step, is the angel who helps you understand, assimilate, and heal your past life memories. Go to a quiet place and say loudly or silently, Archangel Raziel, I call upon you. Please help me understand, describe your situation or what you're currently going through by guiding and healing me through my past experiences and relationships. I ask that you help me balance all karma with everyone involved in this situation in all directions of time. Raziel, please help me uncover, heal, and release any old buried pain now and forever. Thank you. Your body may shudder as you say this, indicating that you're successfully releasing old pent-up pain. If you have memory snippets of the past lives, please write them down for further exploration with the past life regression therapist or by listening to a guided meditation CD. How we go full circle, how the three of them work together. Because, I mean, whether you believe in past lives or not, it's each to their own. But I truly believe in past lives. And what happens is, don't always think that your past life, you get all the bad stuff from your past life. But I believe the good stuff as well. And I do look at that. I look at that when things happen. When I remember when a situation where in our business, we lost money. Someone didn't pay us for that money. And what I think is, you know what? In my last life, I might have needed to pay that person. So I've paid them in this life, and now the karma is balanced. So isn't it crazy how it talks about it just blends in the three of them. It really does. When I look at all these three cards, past life issues, that doesn't necessarily mean, I was killed at war in my past life. It could be anything that we're bringing into this life. And you'll feel that, you feel that sense of, I wonder if this is something that I've been carrying from my past life and how to heal that. And again, how does that work in with the other two cards? Because we're clairvoyant. How does that work? Law of attraction. So I love how the three of them really do resonate with one another. It's just blowing my mind. It really is. So it's asking you to remember. So ask for about that situation you're going through, Lindsay. Sit down and ask, what do I need to know about this situation or what's currently happening around you? And see what comes up. And know that in your last life or previous lives, exactly, it's also, that's what I was about to say too, Elise. It could be things from the past, your childhood, things like that. Growing up, in your teens, in your 20s, in your however old we are, It could be things that come up and really, really turn around and think, I need to learn how to heal that part of my life. Because if not, it keeps coming back. But the good thing about it, I'm blessed in a way, and again, I'm not here to, encourage you to change religion or anything, but my husband being a Buddhist, they really, really touch on, what do you call it, reincarnation. So that's why they say, isn't it crazy? This is really crazy. Isn't it crazy where you think to yourself, I've known you before. You come across a person that you think, I don't know where I know you from, but I know you. You have that strong connection. And that's what I believe is reincarnation, because you get to reincarnate and be with the people you were with before. But like it says in this reading, it doesn't necessarily mean you had a great relationship in the past, but you're having a great one in this one, so you can balance it out. You can balance out the karma. I talk about my husband. My husband and I have known each other 20 years now. And the thing is, with my husband, it's not because he's my husband I'm speaking about this. He's the sort of person that from day one, I knew him. Like the moment I met my husband, it's like, oh, there you are. We reconnected after so many years. That's how I felt about him. And I feel that we have also a spiritual connection. It's not just a relationship connection because we're in this life. It's also a spiritual connection. So I know, that in my next life, I will always meet up with my husband. In my next life, he may be my mother, or he may be my brother, or he, who knows who it is, or he may be my son, or he may be my daughter. But you know what I mean? I'm always going to be connected spiritually with him. And it's quite interesting. So yeah, that's right. So isn't it crazy? So Yeah, exactly, Elise. We felt like we've known each other from the past. It's quite interesting how I just love it. Like I said, the first card was you are profoundly clairvoyant. Then the second one was law of attraction, and the third one was past life issues. If you really look at these three cards, they really resonate in this reading today. They really do. And if you want to look at it, you can also look at it as in, because I pulled out three cards, you can also look at it as in past, present, future. So, you know what I mean? It could be even that if you want to look at it that way as well. Because I just love how they all connect with one another. They really do. So I hope these resonated with you guys, because as I said, it definitely resonated with me. Learn to go within to help yourself move forward. Learn to go within to help you heal. We talk about this all the time, but it's so true. We need to go within to help ourselves move forward. Make the best of your life. I'm not quoting anyone, but make it amazing. Make it truly, truly amazing. The best life you can possibly have. And when I say that, don't think that I don't come across any bad days. I come across some tough days. I come across some tough moments. I come across some tough situations, We all do. But make the best of it. Learn from them. Learn to see what you're going through. Be clairvoyant. Attract good stuff. And learn from your past. So I hope this resonated with you guys. I really enjoyed today's reading. I look forward to seeing you guys all tomorrow. Same time, same channel. And I really thank you so much, guys. And I wish you, no matter where you guys, those on Instagram and those on my Facebook pages, wherever you guys are, as I said, if you're still in the weekend, have an awesome weekend. If you're in a Monday, have an awesome week. And no matter where you are in the world, make it an amazing morning, an amazing afternoon, or an amazing evening. And may you all find your angel.